Hey, good afternoon. Happy Monday, 15th of August. We're already at the middle of August. I think some of the schools here in the city are going back. My little kiddos don't go back till next Monday. They're both in Missouri schools, and I heard that there's some stipulation now that school cannot start before the end of the state fair. Probably because there are so many kiddos involved with 4-H and showing animals and things like that. So schools here used to start earlier in the middle, more of the middle of the month. I should have taken another lozenge. I am getting over the crud I had for about a week and a half. I'm feeling much better. Hi, Stacy. So, but I still get this gravelly voice. So let me throw in a lozenge so you don't have to, maybe that'll help. Maybe I need to talk some more to work it out. I am going to turn the camera around. And I thought before I get started, I kind of did a teaser last week on my Facebook page. If you follow me on Facebook, I made 9 of these, and they're little square wreaths. I think they're 3 1/4 by 3 1/4. I signed up for a sampler swap. Hi, Vicki, with some other Stampin' Up! Demonstrators. And the theme was patriotic, so that we have a sampler for all of our patriotic holidays. So I've gotten, there's 9 of us participating. This is the one I did, and I finally got mine done and sent out. It's kind of like the old-fashioned chain letter. I don't know. 9 of us sign up, and then we each create 9 identical squares. And when we're all done, so I'm still waiting on 2, we have a little sampler. Let me show you my summer sampler. Hold on. These are, hi Kat, you're home from camping. Look like you had a great time. I just used a 12 by 12 frame that I got from some box store, probably Michael's. And this is the little square I did for the summer. And then 8 other ladies sent me their squares. And they all match because we used the same base for the sampler. And so they all kind of coordinate with each other, but they follow a theme. So this was the summer one. Just so much fun. You can make your own sampler. You could just make 9 squares or a smaller sampler using a smaller frame. Like I said, I'm still waiting on 2, but that is our patriotic one. And then here is the Halloween one. I just love this one. This is the square I did. You've probably seen me do a couple projects. I did a card or I did a box or something with that, and so I just cut it down and turned it into a little square. I think this one's adorable too with the little bones. I think that's a retired Stampin' Up! Halloween set, but so far, so I'm waiting for 2 more of those. Probably the same 2 ladies because we all participated. We did both. We did patriotic and Halloween, but isn't that fun? I thought that was so fun. So I can't wait to see what they come up with next, if they'll do a Christmas one or not. That'll be, you got to hurry up and opt in so you can participate. Okay, but today's project, I digress. I just wanted to share that. I thought that was really fun. Is this little gift box. And it's the perfect size for a, I thought a gift card. To just slip a little gift card in there. It's using our little Penguin Place stamp set. And I was going to show you how easy it is to make your own little box like this. You could probably also stick some smaller candies in here, some jewelry, a pair of earrings. I was trying to think, but I thought it would be a perfect size to gift a gift card. So, and if you didn't want to do the gift card, you could just do a card using the same general idea. I am going to start with a piece of, hold on, ladies. I'm shipping a bunch of stuff out and I had printed a bunch of things, but I'm going to include this tutorial in today's blog post. So if you want the instructions on how to make this, it'll be over on theplaidpoodle.com later today, but I've got a diagram of how we're going to do this box, and it's easier than you would think. We're taking a 7" by 6 1/4" piece of, I use thick Whisper White, and on the 7" side, this side, we are going to score it at 3/4. I'm using my Simply Scored tool, but you could use your trimmer. 3/4, 3 1/8. My dog is barking, and I'm hoping my husband can let her out. We'll see what happens. 3 1/8, 3 7/8, and 6 1/4. That's on the 7" side. Now on the 6 1/4" side, you're going to score it at, looking at my cheat sheet so I don't get it wrong, 1/2 inch, 1 1/4, 5, and 5 3/4. Okay, and that's all the scoring. The Simply Score tool, when you are if you make a lot of 3D items or paper projects, it's kind of nice to have that, because when there's a lot of scoring involved, it's a little easier to, it is for me, to keep track. Vicki loved the sampler squares. Weren't those fun? Now I'm just going to take my bone folder and I'm going to fold on all of those score lines that we just made. Once you know how to make this box, you could just make them up and embellish them any which way you'd like. I always like to dress up a gift card when I give it. Okay, now we're going to do our trimming. I'm going to grab my big scissors for this. So this is basically going to be the box, but we've got to trim away the extra parts. This is going to be our lid and everything. So I am going to, and on my blog there'll be a diagram for this, but I'm going to cut away this whole section here. My husband's on a call. I should maybe shut my door. He's getting kind of loud. Okay, and then I'm going to cut off this section. We can just throw those away. Then these are going to be our tabs. So I'm just going to trim down on this score line and this score line. And I think I made a mistake on my diagram. I did. So there's this extra little tab right here. I'm glad I've recognized that so I can fix that before I post it. That little tab and this little tab. Once you see this, you'll see how it's going to work. Okay, now can you kind of see the box? Now, I'm also going to take these tabs and cut just a shimmy off. And that will help our box close easier. This is what the diagram will look like when you go onto my blog post later, and it'll show all the parts that we are to cut out, except I need to get rid of this and that and that and that. So I will make those changes, but that will help you when you go to make your box. Okay, now I am going to put my adhesive right here. And I'm just going to use some multi-purpose liquid glue. But you want to use something strong. And this is going to go right like this. Whoops. I can probably just fold that down. There we go. Now that I've got glue on my fingers, it's going to be fun. I love our multi-purpose liquid glue, but when it gets on your hands, it likes to stay there. Okay, so there's our box. Now, I forgot to do something before I did that, but I think we're going to be okay. I'm going to round these tabs. I'm using my corner rounder. It's going to be a little more difficult because I've already put it together, but I think we'll be okay. We should have done that first. And then we'll do these down here. This is a retired corner rounder from Stampin' Up, but any corner rounder would do. You could even take some scissors and just round the corner. It'll just make the box easier to open and close and a little dressier. So there's our box. See how easy that was? Now, if you wanted to, you could put a half circle right here just to make it easier to open, but I didn't. Okay, to embellish our box, it just takes a few little things. Whoops. I need to remember the camera's here, and you don't like the, it's probably not very pleasant. And then I just took a print. This is the 6x6 inch in color designer series paper from the annual catalog. And I just took a piece. Let me tell you how big that piece is. Like I said, this will all be on my blog later this afternoon. 2 1/8 by 3 3/8. So I'm going to just glue that onto the front of the box. I don't know. That's weird that there's a... I don't like a seam on the front of my things. Oh. Oops. It doesn't have to be perfect because we're going to put that little lake over top of it. And for that, I took a piece of This is 2 1/4 by 3 1/2, and I cut a little lake out using the diorama, the layering diorama drive. I used the second to the smallest. That was the perfect size for my box front. And then I'm just going to pop it up with some dimensionals. So there's just a little bit of a dimension there. And then for this little skinny part here, I'll just take some scissors and use these edges of my dimensionals. Here's another one. It's kind of weird, it's August and I'm doing a winter scene, but I just thought this was fun. And now I'll have 2 gift card packages ready to go for my gifting this Christmas. Hey Stephanie, if you're coming in late, I was showing all the girls the samplers that I've received so far, the patriotic and the Halloween samplers. Stephanie is organizing that for our team, and it's been so fun to make those. Okay, and then what I should have done before I did that was to add the snow, but we'll be okay. I think my diorama dies just flew the coop. Now, what I really wanted to do, let me grab my catalog, was to add the Snowfall Accents puff paint, but I forgot to order it. I believe it's coming on my next order. So I improvised and I used some pearlized enamel effects. They come 3, a green, a red, and a white. And what I did was I just kind of squeezed a little around each of these and it dries really fast. I was really surprised. And then I took some retired, that's my Stampin' and Emboss powder. Stampin' Glitter. I think, do we still carry this? I'll look. I just had it in my stash and I thought, well, that'll make pretty snow. And then the enamel effects acts kind of like an adhesive and adds some dimension to it. And a little sparkle. But if I had gotten that puff paint, that would work, I think, a lot easier. That would have been one step. But this worked okay. Let me see if we still carry this. I've just had it forever. It lasts forever. I am a glitter girl, but I don't grab the glitter. I just don't think to grab it. This is our annual catalog, and if you don't have a demonstrator and you would like one of these, I would be happy to mail one out to you. There's heat and stick powder. Just comment below in the comments or send me a private message, and I'd be happy to get them out 6. No, I don't think we carry that glitter anymore, but any glitter would do. And I know the snow effects would be really cute. Okay, so that's that. Now we're going to add our little guy. And I've got Memento, Real Red, and is it silver and not green, Cat? Oh, it's black. Never mind. This would be good for Halloween. Real Red, Black, and White. That's why it's called Basics. The Pearlized Enamel Effects Basics. Thanks for pointing that out. All right, and so I just have a little scrap of basic white, and I'm gonna grab my stamp. I'm gonna grab my these little guys are so cute. When I do the photopolymer, I like to use something with a little bit of a cushion. I think it helps. Kat says it stays black, but it comes out silver. Oh, well, in just a minute, we'll give it a shot. Okay, I'm going to put his little beak on his face. I don't want to get my head in the camera, girls. So cute. And then on this other end, we'll go ahead and stamp the scarf. We're going to cut these out. I should have probably cut them out ahead of time so you didn't have to watch me do that. And then I also want to stamp his little webbed feet with the pumpkin pie. I need 2 of them. Okay, now we need our little penguin builder punch. And I'm going to have to do this. I might have to make myself a little handlebar. Here's one. Okay. There's our penguin. And then we can do our little these go this way. Whoops. There's that. And there's that. That was probably an awkward way for me to do that, but now for these, I'm just gonna fussy cut out. They're pretty easy. The scarf is very straight lined, so real easy to cut out. You would have thought on that penguin builder they could have put a scarf on there for us and a hat. Oh well. Whoops. Oh, Stephanie used this punch and made gingerbread men. I bet they were adorable. I just think he is a cutie pie. Sorry, I have a hard time talking and cutting at the same time. I hate for you guys to have to watch me do this. There we go. Okay, that didn't take too long. All right, I'm going to go ahead and build my little guy. We'll put 2 feet on here. I'm going to grab my little tweezers. And we'll put his little hat on here. Also, if you ordered from me in July, thank you gifts are going out this week. I'm trying to stay on top of that a little bit better. Stephanie has helping husband build his new desk. Wow. You hurt your shoulder blade. Oh my gosh. Oh, helping him yesterday. Ouch. You know, those shoulder things can be... I was in physical therapy for a long while trying to get rid of shoulder pain. Okay, and then I thought our little pond needed a little sign, like it's a little ice skating pond or something. So I took the Season's Greetings from the set, and I'm going to grab this real red, and I'm going to use my Versamark and some white embossing powder. Looks like it's all crooked. I'm going to cut this out. You'll see what I'm going to do here in a minute. So I'm not going to be real careful. That looks good enough. Okay, I'm going to grab my heat tool. And then I'm going to cut that out. I'm going to tease you all because these are sold out. But if you were lucky enough to get the Tree Lot dies, there's a little sign, and I'm going to cut my greeting out with this. I went ahead and cut one out of Early Espresso because I need the post. But if you do not have this, I'm sure you could make your own little sign easy enough by just using a little scrap of cardstock. But since I had it, I decided to use it. It's so cute. I hate that it's sold out. But it was a celebration item. And celebration's over at the end of this month. So, all right. So then I'm just going to kind of trim that little thing off right there. And then I'm going to glue it on there. Like I said, I bet you could just, whoops, make your own little sign. You don't really need a die cut for that, or a die. But since I had it, I thought I'd use it. So if you were lucky enough to get that die set, the tree lot dies, that little sign you can use, you know, lots of different, you don't have to use the stamp that came with it. You can use it for other things like I did. And I'm just going to pop a dimensional on here. Probably just a little glue. And there's my little sign. And that is the box. And like I said, it's a perfect size for gift card. But you could also fit some small goodies in there as well. But I thought it would be a cute way to gift your gift cards. So thanks for joining me today. I will be back Wednesday morning, 10 a.m. for Coffee and a Card. You guys have a great rest of your Monday, and we will talk soon. Happy stamping!